Hi guys, shout out to my Ice Cold Pimps. I'm here to update you guys on everything that's basically been going on this past week, technically you could say. As a lot of you guys know, I was admitted to the hospital, so I'm just gonna give you guys a little life update as to everything that I was diagnosed with, how everything went down, how I got discharged, the news after I got discharged, and I've always told you guys I'm going to keep it nothing but real, and it's only right that you guys know what's going on. I want to say thank you to everybody who sent the amazing messages. Thank you to everybody who sent prayers, that checked up on me on a daily basis, that made sure that that I was okay. I can't thank you guys enough. Honestly, those messages kept me going every single day. It was really hard for me, especially being in the hospital that long. So I'm just going to start off with how everything started, and I'm going to go into depth as to what happened. And I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible because it's not an easy topic for me, and I'm still kind of trying to grasp everything that's going on. So excuse me if I cry, excuse me if like my voice cracks or anything. It's just a lot going on for me. So yeah, let's get into it. So on last Wednesday, I don't necessarily remember what date that was. Last Wednesday, I basically was feeling some pain in my back, and then also I was feeling really bloated, and normally that happens to me because I'm the type of person to where it's like I'll take these heartburn pills or these acid pills, and then it'll help me burp and stuff like that. So I thought that was normal, and I thought that I just had I slept wrong because I was sleeping on the couch. So I didn't really necessarily think anything of it. I didn't think it was anything because the pain that I had, it wasn't nothing that was too crazy. It wasn't too severe. It was just typical I have gas, and I have a little pain in my back. Mom, come massage my back. Shout out to my moms, by the way. So I kind of just brushed it to the side, and I was like, okay, whatever, cool. And Thursday comes, which is the next morning, and everybody goes to work and stuff, and I'm waking up, and my stomach feels heavy, heavy, but it doesn't feel heavy as in I can't explain it. It feels heavy when you're full, but have you ever drank or so much water that you could actually feel it move inside of your stomach? That's the type of heavy that my stomach felt. So I was just kind of whoa, it kind of felt weird. So I also ended up feeling extremely nauseous that morning, and I was just kind of this doesn't feel right. And mind you, the night before I didn't eat anything, so I was just kind of thinking why do I feel this way? Why does my stomach feel this way? Which is super weird. So then I end up vomiting, and I'm not vomiting anything but foam and yellow greenish stuff, which is like the acid type, you feel me? And so I'm what is going on? And I'm just vomiting after vomiting, and it's not even real solid foods or anything. It's just literally foam. So I'm oh, what the hell? So I'm thinking, if I get this all out, I should be solid, I should be fine, because the only time that I my stomach felt good is if I was vomiting. So then I was sitting down, and all of a sudden a quick little change came to where out of nowhere I started getting horrible pain in my back. I'm talking about, it got to the point to where I couldn't sit, I couldn't lay down. It hurt when I walked. It was bad. And the only way that I felt comfortable is if I was laying upside down, literally. My legs were up, and my upper half was flat. And I was just kind of I don't like this pain. So I'm calling my mom, and I'm what do I do? Because I be feeling well, my mama she be knowing everything. I'm what do I do? She was like, just try to rest, baby, like, take some of this and da-da-da. And I'm like, all right. So I took some ibuprofen, hoping that that'll help my back. And I also took, like, this little acid reflux pill thingy that I was telling you guys about earlier. I took that, and as the hours were passing, my pain was literally going from, like, 3 to 4 to 5. Like, it was just jumping numbers, and it hurt so bad. And so I ended up calling my mom, and I'm like, you know what, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm in pain. Like, this ain't even no, like, being dramatic type. Like, I'm in pain. And she's like, you know what, baby, like, I think you need to go to urgent care. So I'm like, all right. Like, she's like, let me call your grandma so she could take you. You go to urgent care, you know, so they could, you know, we could figure out what's going on. I'm like, all right. We go to urgent care. They take me. And I'm paying a lot of money just for me to get seen, for me to do urine tests, like, just all this extra stuff, because I don't have insurance and I don't have a primary. I was waiting for them to take me in the bag. I had did, like, the urine test and all that. And basically the doctor that was there basically told me that that I have, like, that I could possibly have a UTI. That's why they had tested my urine. And I was like, okay, a UTI, like, I've had one of those before. Never felt this pain though. But UTI, and she was like, and since, like, you're holding, like, right here in the back, that means, like, it could spread. And I was like, okay. And then my mom did also mention that before too. She was like, it could possibly be a UTI, baby, like, it could have spread. And I just thought it was weird, because normally when you have, like, if you're a female and you know when you have a UTI, you kind of get those symptoms already, and you kind of know. This happened overnight out of nowhere. So I'm like, okay. So I wasn't freaking out as much. I'm just like, okay, it's a UTI, like, you feel me, like, that's nothing, like, too bad, right? So she was like, I'm just gonna prescribe you, like, these medications. I'm gonna prescribe you muscle relaxers. I'm gonna prescribe you, like, como se dice, what's it called, like, a antibiotic, some ibuprofen, and then some, like, for the gas reflex type of, the acid reflex. And I was like, all right. So then I ended up leaving from there, asked my brother to take me to go pick up the prescription. They ended up sending my prescription to the wrong Walgreens, so I had to go to a different Walgreens, which was all the way on the other side. Still had to wait there. I was still in pain, still didn't have no medication, no nothing. Sure enough, the 4 medications that they prescribed me with, I could only take 2 of them at the same time. One of them I couldn't take with no food in my system. The other one I couldn't take like the ibuprofen with the muscle relaxer. It had to be, like, 6 hours apart. Like, it was just, like, this whole thing. So me and my brother are trying to figure out what's going on, because the doctor that was there, I couldn't really understand the language that she was speaking. So it was just kind of hard. So I asked them if they could just kind of mark it for me. Me and my brother figured it out. I ended up taking that medication. Before I took the medication, I took the muscle relaxer and I took the antibiotic together. I didn't have no food in my system, because, mind you, I told y'all, like, I was vomiting all morning. So I was just kind of like, you feel me, let me eat something, because I'm not trying to feel more nauseous. So I literally eat a piece of bread. I'm not even capping, the little square pieces of bread. As soon as I took the first bite, nah, bruh. Like, it was not gonna happen. I couldn't even, like, it was hard for me to swallow. So I end up continuing trying to eat it, and just trying to eat it slow to make sure, like, it's kind of absorbing everything. And I was just like, okay, like, should I just wait to take the pills? Because I'm scared that, because I feel nauseous, I'm scared that I'm gonna, you know, vomit again. I'm not trying to. And my brother's like, just wait a few minutes. And I'm like, okay. I was like, do you think I should drink a little bit of soda? Because I have, like, the pain in my stomach. It feels like I gotta burp. So my brother's like, you can. I was like, I'm not trying to, like, down the whole soda. I'm just trying to, like, drink a little bit to see, because it's Canada Dry, you feel me? Normally my body reacts good to that. I always drink Canada Dry if I'm not drinking, like, water. So I end up drinking it. Like, I took, like, a sip of it, and that first sip I burped a little bit, and I was like, okay, like, maybe I just need to release, like, some gas or whatever. And the second time, I'm thinking that I'm burping, I threw up the whole gulp that I just took right now. So I'm like, bro, like, I'm not even trying to take these pills if I'm gonna end up throwing them up, because it's not even gonna set in my body. I'm just taking something and it's coming right out of my body. So sure enough, I waited a couple of minutes and I stopped drinking the soda, left the soda alone. I took the pills, the muscle relaxer and then the antibiotic. I took those 2 pills, and you know, that was like around 8 something. So my mama was telling me to, like, be careful when you take the muscle relaxer because it's gonna make you go to sleep. And I was like, all right, like, but if anything, right now I want to go to sleep because I don't want to feel this pain. So my mama didn't get out to work till 11 p.m. So I'm right there, I'm chilling, I'm trying to take little sips of water, because even me drinking water, it didn't feel right. Like, nothing felt right at that moment in time. Like, I didn't want to put anything into my system. So then, sure enough, basically, my mama ends up coming home, and she seen me, and I'm in pain. Like, I'm talking about, like, my pain is 10 times what it was before. It's worse than that. And I'm to the point to where I can't take it. Like, I'm holding my back, I'm making noises, I'm crying, I'm putting myself in all different types of positions. I'm uncomfortable. Like, y'all don't even understand the way that I was so uncomfortable. And I'm, like, making these noises. Like, I'm in pain, bro. Like, no. And then it got to a point to where, even earlier I felt this, but I felt, like, heavy on my chest. Like, I felt like somebody was stepping on my chest. And sure enough, like, it got hard for me to breathe. Right now, it's still hard for me to breathe. If you guys listen closely, you guys are probably not going to hear it in here, but I have, like, a little, like, it's hard for me to breathe right now still. But my mom's like, you know what, baby, like, we need to go to the ER. And I'm like, I'm not trying to go. Like, it's late. My mom just worked a double. I feel horrible, like, you know. And she's like, nah, like, come on, baby, like, let's go. And I'm like, all right. We end up going. They low-key take me immediately. I'm not gonna lie. I thought I was gonna be waiting there for a long time. But I did mention to them that it was hard for me to breathe and stuff. And, you know, just, like, I couldn't take the pain, like, anything. And also, they were just asking me all these questions. And I was just, you know, answering them or whatever. So, sure enough, I had went back out in the lobby to wait. And I'm waiting for them to call me again. And sure enough, I feel like I need to burp. And it wasn't that. I needed to vomit. So my mom was like, baby, do you want me to get you one of those bags? And I'm like, yeah. So as she's waiting in the line to get me one of those bags, I'm like, I just start throwing up everywhere. And like I told you, I didn't have nothing in my system. So it was just clear foam. And then it turned into, like, the green stuff, like the little acid type. And I was just like, I'm going, like, in, and it's hurting me because I don't have nothing in my system. So I'm pushing whatever's right here in my stomach, like, I'm just, like, pushing it out, and there's nothing there. So that's making my stomach even more, like, it's hurting even more, but even more sore, because, like, when I breathe in, it hurts, you feel me? So freaking sure enough, they end up calling me back for blood test and stuff. I got bruises all over my arms, y'all. Like, I don't mess with that stuff for real. But took a blood test, and then we were waiting. They ended up putting me in a room. They had hooked me up to an IV. They told me I couldn't eat anything, I couldn't drink anything until they find out what's going on. They put me in a bed, and me and my mom stood there overnight. I was like, I really can't have nothing to drink, nothing, like, at all. And she was like, nah. Like, the nurse was like, nah. She was a pretty cool nurse. Shout out to her, though. She was like, I could give you ice chips, though. And I was like, all right, like, I'll take it. You feel me? I was eating the ice chips, and it was only, like, a little bit. And I was just trying so hard to hold on to them in my dear life because I was dehydrated extremely. So my mom waited there with me all night. And then the next day comes, and here's where the other news comes. So when the doctors at the emergency were looking at what the urgent care that I went to before them prescribed me, and what they, like, basically diagnosed me with, they were like, why would they give her this? Why would they give her, like, muscle relaxers? Why would they give her this? Doesn't make sense. Like, basically they diagnosed me wrong, and whatever, like, the medication that they gave me, not only did it make the way that my body was reacting already worse, they prescribed me everything wrong, and I'm over here thinking it's just a UTI, and it's something more worse than that. So the next morning comes, they wake me up, they're still switching out my IV, they take me to do a CAT scan, and, you know, I had went under that and stuff like that. They had me breathe in, breathe out, all this extra stuff, and we were waiting to get those results back. And supposedly they were going to come back in 45 to 50 minutes. it ended up being longer than that. It's a hospital, it's expected. But sure enough, they come back and it's a new doctor. I had over, I want to say 4 or 5 doctors helping me. Crazy, I know, but it's just what it was. I think they were trying to figure out what was wrong as well, because the blood tests weren't working. That's why they had to do the CAT scan. It was just this whole process to this, and it was also the waiting game on my behalf, because I'm trying to figure out what's going on with me and why I'm in so much pain. Sure enough, the doctor comes back, brings out the paperwork, and he tells me, y'all ready for this? I hope I say it right. He tells me that I have pancreatitis. Basically, I have a inflammation in my pancreas, which is like, it's in your stomach, which helps like your food go down, but it's also very close to your liver. So they told me that they had to admit me because that infection could spread to my liver, and come on, y'all know what that means. And also there's other things that this comes with. This could come with gallstones. This could come with liver cancer. It could come with pancreas cancer. It could come with so many things, guys. Like, it's just a lot of information to take in, especially at my age. Only 23, about to be 24 next month. And the way that you could get this, there's a lot of ways. Alcohol, it could be fast food, if you eat like a lot of fast food, and also like a lot of spices and spicy food, you can get it from there. Y'all know I'm all of the above, so I mean, come on now, it only makes sense. So basically they had to admit me, and from there on out, I had to be under their care. So they had to make sure that I didn't eat anything, I didn't drink anything. I had to be hooked up to an IV. And you know, my mom had ended up going home. I told her, like, you know, it's okay, you could go home, like, come on, you just worked the double, now fucking triple taking care of me, like, it's fine. And she's like, okay, like, I'll come back. And I'm like, okay. But you know, like, it's just hard taking in like this information and knowing the possible outcomes that could come out of it, because it's something that just happened randomly overnight. But it's also crazy too, because I've been telling you guys, there's been certain symptoms that I guess that like I just didn't think anything of, which I should have caught on ahead of time. But you know, I didn't even know what it was to begin with, you know. But in one of my healing journey videos, when I was walking, I had told you guys, like, oh, like, I'm losing a lot of weight, but I'm not losing it in the right places. That's actually one of the symptoms where, like, that you could possibly have. But then there's also been some things that I've told you guys. If you guys go back to my latest healing journeys, like, I told you guys, like, oh guys, I just woke up, I've been sleeping a lot. Like, that comes with it too. You're extremely sleepy, you have no energy, fatigue, you're like, you don't have an appetite. I didn't have an appetite. All of these things, they were right in front of me, but it took for it to get to like the worst point for me to like realize what was actually going on. So like I said, they admitted me, ended up giving me my own room the next day, and they gave me the IV, and they also gave me a medication, something for nausea. They gave me morphine, which I was even more sleepy after taking that. I was trying to keep you guys updated as much as possible. It was hard though. I didn't really know how to process all of this. I'm just hoping that everything works out, because right now I'm still only eating like liquids and stuff like that. I really want to go back to eating how I normally do, but you know, I can't do that right now. I just got to take care of my body. I got to listen to my body. And you know, this really sucks, guys, because I didn't expect for this to happen. But you know, things do happen for a reason, and you know, I have to leave it in the faith of God. So I was in it for a minute. It was really hard, and especially not being able to have like my family by my side, or being able to like just like go on YouTube and do like my videos and talk to you guys or whatever. Like, I don't know, like, it's just like a whole change up in my like life right now, and it's just like something that I have to like just think about, and it's like I'm going through it, like I'm going through it, And I know you guys are so sweet, like the messages, the paragraphs, like you guys are literally so amazing. But they did end up discharging me yesterday, but unfortunately they gave me worse news, which makes me even more scared. They told me that the inflammation basically went down, but I just gotta be consistent, just like with the way that I eat and stuff, you know, just take care of my body. But as the nurse went and she told me that I was getting discharged, I was so happy. This was literally right after I posted like I miss my baby and I want to go home to him. The nurse had came in after and was like, oh, you're gonna go home today, and I was actually so happy. Like I was to the point where like I called my mom and I was like, Mom, like come get me, like they're gonna discharge me today, like I'm so happy. And like I literally couldn't wait to go home. Like I was like, okay, like let's go home, like I'm done being here, like I want to be in my own bed. And literally no more than 5 to 6 minutes later, the doctor comes back in and she's like, hey, do you have a primary doctor? And I was like, no, unfortunately, like not right now. And she's like, well, you need to get one. And I was like, okay, like just me thinking like because she's discharging me, filling out my paperwork. And then she tells me that I have breast mass on the right side of my breast, and that it's 3 to 6 centimeters big, and that I need to go check it out immediately because that I could have breast cancer. So unfortunately, because I don't have a primary doctor, they weren't able to give me a mammogram there, so I wasn't able to get those tests or those results yet. So I do have an appointment on August 6th to see what's going on with that. I just need you guys to keep me in your prayers right now. This is a lot going on for me, and it's hard for me to handle everything. I can't stop crying. I want to go back to myself. Like, I just feel like I'm not the person that I want to be right now. And this is just so much for me to handle. And it's really hard for me. So, I'm sorry for crying so much, guys. So now you guys know everything that I know. You guys are up to date with everything. I won't know until August 6th as to what the results are regarding that. The last news that I was given. So let's just pray and hope that it's just extra tissue or something. I don't know. I don't know what to feel. I don't know how to think. But yeah, y'all, so now y'all know everything. I appreciate you for being on this journey with me, guys, because my healing journey still isn't gonna stop. I'm still gonna, you know, do what I gotta do. But as far as my walking videos and things right now, as much as I would love to continue them, y'all, I can't right now. I need to listen to my body, and I need to listen to my body right now. But to the people that made it to day 104 with me, I love y'all so much. Thank you guys for the love. Thank you guys for the support. As soon as I get everything figured out and my body healed, I'm definitely gonna go back to like my walks and stuff like that. But I just love y'all so much. I just ask that you guys please keep me in your prayers. I will let you guys know as soon as I hear anything back. I'm just hoping that it's not what I think that it is, and you know, I'm still young, and if it is, then I just catch on to it real early so I could just handle everything early, because I still have a whole life ahead of me, you know. And yeah, so I love you guys a lot. Thank you guys. If you guys got this far from watching, then you guys know everything. yeah, I think that's all I have to say. I just really appreciate you guys, for real. And thanks for those that were trying to come and visit me and stuff. I just didn't think I was in like the right mental state, and just having all this information kind of hit me at once within just a few days. It was just kind of a lot going on for me, you know. So yeah, I love you guys so much. I appreciate you guys so much. I hope this gives you guys some type of, you know, whatever information that you guys want to know what was going on. I know I got a lot of questions asked, and it was really hard for me to reply to everybody. And also I was literally on medication, just passed out majority of the time. So I wasn't on my phone like that. You know, the times that I was, it was like when my family was around me and stuff. So, yeah, I love you guys. Please keep me in your prayers, and let's just hope I heal and I become better than what I am now, you know. So thank you guys, thank you for listening, and we gonna end it off right here. Shout out to my co-pants.